and welcome to Basketball Talk Pro. My name is Ron Ekker. Today we're going to finish up with the automatic play. This is primarily film work, and we tried to cut out as much instruction by myself as we could, and I think we cleaned it up pretty well. But the first part of it is the play itself that you've seen on the whiteboard. And the second part of this segment is the drill that we run to try to perfect this play. We'll go right into the film work now and let you see this thing in a practice situation. Remember, these players have never seen this play before. They've never seen the drill before. What you're watching is myself presenting it and introducing it for the first time. But I think you will see most of the things that we've talked about on a whiteboard. Well, I don't think, I know you will, and see some demonstrations on the passes that we talked about, and eventually the players in this film do a good job of picking up on the stunts. I like the way that they ran the whole offense. By that I mean they used the stunts, they used the freedom that we give them. A lot of players don't do that. They don't use everything. They just use maybe one thing. This group learned how to use all of the offense, which makes it a lot more effective. Well, let's go now to the films themselves and take a good look. If you want to go back to yesterday with the part 1, do that, because it'll help to clear up the film work, and the film work helps to clear up the whiteboard. So let's take a look at the films. Okay, I'm just going to show the demonstration for the pass or the turn and pass. It's fairly clear, I think, here how we want that set up, but you'll see it in action in just a little bit. So this is a little slow, but take a look at it. Here I'm demonstrating about how far away from the high post man, and then to continue down through the lane. Now I have to show them actually what kind of pass he's coming. He gets a little far out and too fast. Okay, watch this. See, this is the turn that pivot has to make on his inside foot. Now, granted, the man going over the top is too close, but ignore that for now. It was just a demonstration. But here is the pivot, and that's when you're looking down at that guy cutting down through. That little pivot generally makes the defensive man on him go a little wider, and that's where you get a pretty good position for this guy, and the pass is made. I just wanted you to see that. Okay, this clip is going to show you about where the cutter over the top of that screen on the side, distance he should go, and the kind of pass the high post man makes. See, he had good distance there. In fact, I'm going to back that up and let you see that again, because it happened pretty fast. There. See that? That's about where he should be, behind the 3-point line. And actually, if the defensive man had gone under this screen, he probably is going to go. We've found most of the time they go under this guy, which now gives this guy really a good shot. Okay, this is a pretty good shot or clip of that pass to the cutter going down the lane. I just want you to see that in more of a slow situation for now. You see, this is pretty good. There's that weak side guard, weak side forward, but he does a nice job of getting some distance between the high post man and himself. But now the defensive man tries to sneak in. He sees that and makes the cut down the middle. And the high post man does a pretty good job here for the first 5 minutes of the day of the time they've seen this, making that a pivot and pass. And you'd be surprised that is open if you have the courage to make that pass a lot. Okay, here just a little bit later in the demonstration, in this part of it, I was showing them the whole play, but I took time to show the high post man those passes. This is the backhand kind of pass that we try to get, and we are successful in getting our high post man to make that kind of a pass. So take a look at it. I'm going to let this run for two or three or four go the times that they go through this without any interruption, just so you can see they're not running it at full speed yet because they're still learning. But they are getting a lot more confident, as you can see, and they're using more of the offense, which a lot of players don't use enough of the offense. But this group caught on pretty quick to this, and they use the offense. I'm just going to let it run through now so you can see like a normal practice. Slip the screen down on that side. Very, very good move. Gets open a lot. Uh, what I'm talking about here is I want the pass more direct into the high post man, not that lob pass, because the defense then gets up there and starts banging around like that. Okay, there you see the stunts. He just back cut that weak side on the weak side. And there's a nice back cut. Nice pass for guys that just have been running this about 10 minutes. That time, he just went over to the guard that popped out. Uh, kind of a senseless pass usually, but um, it worked out good. They got a nice post up, and you can post up your wingman after he cuts down the middle. You can post him up on on that. Now, the big guys don't get a lot of shots in in this play, but as we go along, we show them more opportunities than they are able to see at this time. In this clip, you'll get to see a couple of things where we use the stunts. And I wanted to see you to see that. And I also wanted you to see how we can come back to the weak side. You see, this man ran what we call a slip. He just slipped the screen and made the cut. Now, I think he caught the high post man off a little bit, but the high post man is protecting the ball very well. And this man over here is going to make a good cut. You'd be surprised how that little move creates a problem for the defense. Now watch the weak side here as they set up. He doesn't make the pass to the guy going down the lane. He's going to look then over at the weak side, which triggers the screen down. And this man is going to make a bad cut. And over there on that weak side, curls and back cuts are really effective. And if this man will pop, he a lot of times gets a nice little jump shot. Okay, this is the second day that we worked on the offense, and I'm just going to let it run through here. You can see how it operates that way, and just be alert to watching the whole play, not just a man or two. Well, that'll give you a pretty good look. These guys, I had them for just a week, and we were going through a lot of stuff. I admire the way they were able to pick things up. They're all college players, and but I think you can get from this what the play looks like when you've been doing this for maybe a month or so. There's a lot of things that can happen. And now I want to go next to show you the drill that we use to kind of develop the stunts and the passing. Okay, this is the drill. I'm going to just talk it through it. Now, I've already explained it to the players out there, but I'm just going to talk you through the setup. We just put our wingmen out here, our guards out here with a high postman. This guy actually is not a high postman. We keep two or even three high postmen down here, and players that um, we want to get some work at that maybe aren't naturally a high postman, but you never know when we have to use a player there. So the drill is these guys exchange positions, by the way, so they can run both a wing and a guard because we use an exchange later that comes in handy. And of course, we also bring these guys out here so that they can run in these positions. This drill, when you've used it a couple of days, you can get a lot of work in 10 minutes on this and get some of the shots that they get. But remember, you're working on a cutting drill. The shots will come naturally to the shots that you get in a game. Okay, let's take a look at this. I'm going to stop it here because that guy just took the ball and drove down in here, and really that's not going to be a very good move in a game for that jump shot, and I make a point to tell him that. Now, when you're coaching this, you have to work pretty hard. I'm working hard out there, trying to make sure that everything is done right. See, they're getting the shots that they will get in the game. And get some practice on the passing. I like the way he runs that. He gets the distance, yet he goes down the middle in a hurry. There was a guard running at the wing. We do that. Nice pass there. He's a little mixed up because he hasn't played that position. And see how that um, I wanted to point this out. Um, this guy, when he made the pass to the shooter, he rolled to the basket. And I'm going to back it up again so you can see it. But that's a very important move. It's going to be right here. See, he should be looking at the ball though, because if his man steps out at all, he's going to get open. So schedule can move along very quickly and get all the things that you want to work on. Now, I'm going to point out here that when that guy back cuts, he should go over the top. Yeah, he popped out, but he should be going over the top. We should have both parts of that offense. See, we're learning because these guys are out of position. There's a high postman, running the wingman. We like that, that they can run a couple positions. But you got to practice it. You can't just ask them to do it. I mean, they have to get a lot of practice at it. See, they're starting to make that pass. You don't think they can make it, but they can make it. Again, that guy, you get in there, you're going to get in a little trouble. You got to get out. There it is. See, starting to pick that pass up. It isn't difficult. Just got to be able to do it. I don't like that dribble afterwards. Your defensive man goes behind that high post man, you're going to get a shot. Okay, that's all there is to the drill. It's a very simple drill. We use it tirelessly because what we've found is this situation out here on this screen and cut occurs a lot of times in a game that isn't part of the automatic. And by them having this experience in how to stunt it, they get a lot of easy shots. So that's a, that's the part two. We're in part two of the automatic. I wanted you to see all these things because I think it helps you as a coach to go out and run your own team. I mean, if you're running this kind of stuff, and I hope you are running this because I know how effective it is, and it can help your team. Well, that's it for now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that parts one and parts two of automatic. As I told you, it's a Dick Mata play. He had a lot of success with it, and even I had worked directly with him, so I got to know the play pretty well and what we needed to do and the details of it. But we have had a lot of success with it too, and I think if you want to use it, that you will too. It's a very nice play, good action. Players get some freedom, and if you allow them to have freedom, it can work out pretty well for you. Well, that's it for today. We'll see you next time. And as always, I appreciate the fact that you're moving your career along by trying to watch these videos to learn as much as you can. We'll see you next time.